All right, welcome back to Landslide News, Insight on All Matters. Okafor, Reno, can we ever stop talking about him?
You know, it's difficult to stop talking about Reno because he seemed to not be able to also stop presenting himself as a paid servant. Unfortunately, you know, he has not been able to. We thank God for Arnold, who was able to keep him quiet, the SUS mayor, by revealing that the Lamborghini that Reno covered the number and said the reason why he covered the number, plate number, was because he doesn't want obedient people to trace him to his house.
But Reno never responded to Arnold.
Reno kept quiet, so we thank the man for helping to keep Reno quiet for a while, but Reno has started ranting again because he needs to be paid.
Okay, so the former APC, what's it called, Labour Party candidate in Anambra State came up and told us and said Reno collects like 20 to 30 million naira to keep talking down on Peter Obi on all fronts since Peter Obi makes news.
Sonny okay. I think he was very authoritative in
what he said,
pushing that for that Reno earns $20,000 monthly salary, you know, specifically to denigrate P2B, smear P2B. You know, you could see him when he was flouting the WAEC result of that of P2B and all that. And let me make this clear here once again. A lot of people didn't know that in olden days, it wasn't all courses you want to study in school that require credit in certain courses.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, that of engineering, you would pass, you could go and do engineering.
At the time.
Pass in English.
Yeah.
You understand? But meanwhile, you are required to have credits in maths, physics, chemistry.
For engineering and medical courses.
Yeah. So, and it was like that. From some mass communication courses, you were not required to have credit in maths. You were
even
in
political science,
in English,
yes.
Things like that. So it was at a point that the federal universities, the old federal universities, said, no, you must have credit in all this. This thing took a while. And let me tell you, how you evaluate a man's intelligence is not by his academic performance. Let me tell you, academic knowledge is more of ability to give me back what I gave you. It is not creative. It's not really creative. That you are the one that was able to solve. What is math? Let me tell you, math has the same formula. Your ability to repeat it is the same since 1980. It's the same now. 10 plus 10 will always be 20, provided they are in base 10. 2 plus 2 will always be 4, provided it's in base 10.
What's base 10? That's why some of us find ourselves in a quagmire. Peter, please tell me, Reno on a paid list to make sure he always talk down on Peter Obi. Most of the time we normally say Reno is not someone who should be listening to, but we still listen to him.
For me, he's fortunate to be on the paid list because a lot of people, they are not enjoying the same privileges enjoying. Remember Sean when he had the issue with Tinubu, how did he bounce back? Is that he bounced back by attacking Obi. So Obi gives frivolous figures. APC, Lagos State, how they become prominent?
The chairman.
They just. So a lot of people, they want the government's attention. You know, I think he's the best side for him to be earning on it. Others are doing it to get attention. Him has gone beyond attention. He's benefited from it. And for his person, I think he's doing well for his person. Just that this Arnold said what has changed? It was same Reno that was pushing the narrative that Christians are being attacked. It's the only thing that have changed that his paymaster has changed. Meaning, you know, he's being paid. So he was asking, why the sudden change? You that was canvassing for this, why the 90%, 180-degree turn? So simply because government has changed and you have a new paymaster. Actually, what he said, he has a new paymaster. I mean, you know, does not do anything for free. The other day I saw him with Dangote, going around Dangote.
Yes, refinery.
Eulogizing him, praising him, hailing him for being a man that even have his own seaport that should go and tell governors Reno does not do anything for free.
Okafor, I wonder
Don't do
how
this for free.
people like Reno get access to people of Dangote's status. Not only that, we've always had people like Reno on ground all the time. You remember Association for Better Nigerians? You also remember Nzeribe. That's Kalu. Then you remember Nzeribe, the one that makes sure he thwarted the June 12 election. How come we always have these people?
If you listen to what the U.S. ex-mayor said, Arnold, you see things like image laundering, presenting yourself. Imagine somebody of Reno's age claiming a car that is not his, coming to internet, snap with a vehicle with a Lamborghini that is not yours and claim it's yours.
House.
At Reno's age. Are you not ashamed of such attitude? And you cover the plate number. You say why you cover this so that Obidient will not trace you to your house. Meanwhile, the car is not even yours. And you do not need to own that car for people to listen to you. It is internal emptiness. So these people who are internally empty, they have a way, when they get to any occasion, they'll be struggling to snap with the biggest shot in that occasion. They just want to do anything to snap picture with the biggest shot in that occasion. And they can come to you, they will come through your trusted ally and let you know that I've discussed also with this person, I can do so with this person. You're always going to find them. But let me tell you, the truth is that whoever Reno is working for now, whether federal government or Asiwaju directly, they know him. Before this election, he was abusing Asiwaju front and back and left. There is no kind of name he didn't call him. Reno was already adult then. He thought by their calculation that Atiku must win. His calculation that the North will vote for Atiku, then Okowa will bring some vote in the South. That would be that there's no math that was going to beat that. He was held sure that Atiku was going to win. And when it didn't happen, the next punching bag for him is Peter Obi. So that Tiwaju will now, maybe he said, by the time I finish with Peter Obi, 2027, nobody will be ready to vote for. Nigerians don't listen to image laundering like Reno to decide on what to do. They tend to overestimate and say, there was this time he was putting in some quotes from somewhere, and Nigerians are always looking for who to listen to. If you start church today, now Nigeria will be there. You start a talk show today, now Nigerians will be there because we have population, and we have a lot of youth who are unemployed. And when they see somebody writing out a few things like this, putting Lamborghini, they think he knows what he's doing. So, because of image laundering techniques, they will always find their way into high places. But do they retain it? No. Are they respected? No. Do you think Asiwaju will hand over a policy that affect his economy, even re-election to Reno, apart from talking or abusing other people?
And distracting them. Okay, Peter, you talked about everybody talking about Peter Obi when they want to become relevant. Talk more on that.
That's been the key now. I don't know why I have not given kidding. I think I should do that too, to get this government's attention. Because this is only them that say, see ADC. When they lodge the party, what do? They throw in Peter Obi's name and verify them. What did they get traction? People became interested. People are talking about Labour Party today because of Obi. ADC has their SDP, I think, yes. It has their issue. But do people talk about them that much? No, because Peter Obi's name is not associated with it. For you to get relevance today in anything you do, throw Obi name. Look at what is happening in Anambra now. The governor has been using Peter Obi as punching bag. But what did he do during elections? He said something a few days ago. All of us laughed, those that watched it. He said Peter Obi did well because he worked with Abga's manifesto. He's a man that has constantly been badmouthing Obi because he wants to call in favor for Obidient. He told them he did well because he worked with Abga's manifesto, and that's the manifesto he's working with. So that name sells. It says a lot. After he did that, after he shot himself at the foot by bringing the Arnold, what did he do? He looked for how to get relevance again. He put up his school work result. That's the only way to get attention. And he has worked. But so we're talking about it today. What I mean worked, not that the people are taking him serious. See, Trump, I think it's Trump. He said that it's not like bad publicity. He always wants to be in their face to talk about him. He's aware that his word does not carry weight with us, but he's always on our face.
And it also shows that Reno knows little or nothing about life, and he's not capable of any value. Because if by this age Reno thinks that a man's intelligence and ability to be productive and of high value is by his WAEC result, which happened even many years ago, then it means Reno's level of intelligence is very low. Let me tell you, even though we are to pick your ability to write very good results in WAEC, people develop intellectually at different scales over different times. But putting that aside, Obi was one of the youngest bank chairman who had in Nigeria. Obi was a student millionaire. The things that people who are working are preparing their CV to go and work and to become, he was already that as a student. You can't call somebody like Bill Gates somebody of poor intelligence simply because he was a dropout. Yes. Neither can you say so about Mark Zuckerberg. Just about too many people. There are many notable people that even graduated with third class. It doesn't define. Let me tell you, getting a question wrong is that you have alternative view about it. Is that you have alternative view about it. Sometimes these people you think that are performing poorly in the class are only thinking andragogically. Meanwhile, those who are pedagogical tend to be able to follow lecturer bumper to bumper. 2 + 2 = 2. You will remember it like that. This like that. Do you understand? But alternative ways of looking at things can also create alternative format. For example, I was just telling you the other day, if I ask you how many alphabets do you have in English language, how many alphabets? You're going to say 26. An andragogical person can say, no, it's 52. You say, how? He said, because the characterization of small letters is different from characterization of capital letter. Then when you put all together, you're going to arrive at 52. If I write that in the hall, you're going to mark me bad. But it's a different way of thinking about the same thing.
But it also limits your...
You understand? So when you see people think of, that's creativity, they think of something in a different way. Those things, you don't find them in classroom. Classroom are more like you are scared to be creative. You are scared to function outside that border. That border they are giving to you was also handed over to them. So you don't mark somebody's ability to produce by that indoctrination. A lot of things you find even in the classroom are indoctrination.
All right, we don't have much time. Peter, 1 minute left. Can you, Reno, is it someone? Because most of the time I discovered that Reno never really talks about things that matter, that affect the political situation of this country. Obi getting PY, what's the use?
Most of the time he talks about himself, but that's what we don't know. What does he do? Is keep staying in our faces. Is keep making himself relevant to whoever that will hire him. He's a machinery. Up for anybody that can pay his bill. So he's getting what he wants.
All right, Reno, Obi, you want to get in traction? Criticize Obi. We'll be right back on Landslide News.